Hello guys, welcome to OBSCENTSED. My name is Silvia and I'm obsessed with scents. Have you heard of the black cat energy theory, guys? The theory says that if you embody the black cat energy, like literally like a black cat would do, you embody that very mysterious and attractive feminine energy. So you really have that, magnetism around you. You're super self-centered. You do exactly what you want to do, like a black cat, and you don't care what people think, what people say. You do your own thing and you just don't care what others do. So literally like a black cat. You're mysterious, you're distant, and sometimes you don't even want to talk to people. So you're like, bye. You do whatever you feel at that very moment. So I really like the theory on this, and I especially watch videos from Margarita if you're interested in this theory, guys. And she also says in one of her recent videos that not everybody or not many women really identify with that very distant and cold and mysterious type of energy, because they're like warm-hearted, they love to live, they really want to be happy and joyful if they feel so. Sometimes it's misunderstood because it doesn't mean that you have to be mean to be a black cat or to have that energy, but it's also true that not everybody can identify with that very mysterious, way of being. So that's why Margarita said in one of her recent videos that you can also like embody a white cat, like a white cat energy. And that is a light feminine energy, which is as well very, very attractive and very, very beautiful to be around with, okay? So the black feminine energy is more like the black cat energy, and the light, playful, very happy and, beautiful aura and energy is the white cat energy. Some weeks ago, I posted a video of my black cat energy perfumes. It was so much fun doing that, guys, and I will link it down below if you're interested in watching that. But right now, I decided to make a video with my choices for the white cat energy, guys. So if you really want to have that very playful, very beautiful, and also very magnetic aura, and you want to embody a white cat, like Margarita said, that white cat from the Aristocats, for example, which is very feminine, very girly, very angelic. If you want to embody that, I will have some very cool recommendations for you guys. And also don't forget, being playful and happy and joyful and everything of that good and positive, things doesn't mean that you don't have your own boundaries and that you don't know who you are and you let people, walk over you. As Margarita says, you're easy to be with, but hard to get, okay? That's a very cool thing. So you're easy to be with and people love to be with you, but you're also hard to get because you know who you are and you only let people into your close bubble who you really, accept and approve. Let's start with this list, guys. And the first perfume that came to my mind when I thought about this topic was Feels at Nightfall by Zara. This is a dupe by This Is Her from Zadig and Voltaire, which is also very similar to one of Ojar, which is called Wood Whisper. Here you have a very, very elegant, creamy sandalwood, and I love that there's like a refreshing hint. I think it's something like lavender. So you have like a sweet but refreshing hint somewhere there. To me, as I said, it's something like, a floral like lavender, and with a creamy base, creamy sandalwood. Very, very elegant, very feminine. And this just screams feminine to me. It's really, really beautiful, very elegant, very put together, and definitely says that you know who you are, you're not messing around. I love the scent, really like it. The next one that absolutely had to be in this list, and I talked about it in my recent video, is Love in White by Creed. Delicious, beautiful, bright soap, musky scent. Very, very clean. Oh my god, I love this one. And you have some sharpness there. I love, love, love that kick and punch I get from it. I think it's coming from the Narcissus flower. And that contrast is like priceless to me. A creamy, soft, very clean and musky base with some sprinkles of sharp things going on. Absolutely adore the scent. You radiate that happy energy, that very positive, but at the same time, due to this, sharp edges in the perfume, you totally radiate that power within you, like at the same time, like being very, you know, friendly, very kind, very loving, but at the same time, you totally know who you want to be with, okay? So love this perfume. I think this one is like a super white cat, and I love it so, so much. The next one, I think, also very, very suits this white cat, and especially that contrast of welcoming, but at the same time, you know, saying that you have like a very powerful aura. I think is this one, Flora Botanica by Balenciaga. Have not spoken about this one in a while, and I absolutely adore the scent. Every time I smell it, I remember how much I really love it. So here you have a delicious, very crisp rose scent, very green, a very crisp, minty rose lemonade, some citrusy vibes as well. I always describe this one like a rose lemonade with a lot of crushed ice and of course lemon, like lemonade, you know, a literal rose lemonade. And the rose is to me more like in the back. I don't really get rose. It's more like a minty, green, but very refreshing, super refreshing scent. Adore this one, super transparent, perfect as a signature scent. And I have received some compliments. I love wearing this one in summer, like when it's super, super hot. You just radiate that joy, okay, guys? Super, super elegant without being super, you know, complicated or complex, and also super long lasting. So for a freshie for the summer, this one will last you hours. Just really love it, and I think it's a beautiful white cat energy kind of scent. The next one I adore, and I had just a sample and I finished it up. This one is Lavalière by YSL, guys. If you like Philosicos, or also if you don't really like Philosicos, this one is very similar, but to me it's a more feminine version of Philosicos. Here you have more rose and more berries. I think there's black currant, and I never really loved Philosicos. It never really convinced me, and I think it was a bit, I don't know, I couldn't like, you know, feel myself wearing that. But this one I totally can, you know, relate to. A fizzy, bright, and just very refreshing scent for summer, for spring and summer. And I think it's very elegant and at the same time not super complex. Definitely fig in here, fig, rose, and some berries. Very refreshing. Maybe also some green touches, but I think it's more like the fig, you know? Definitely a very sparkling and joyful scent, very feminine as well, but actually it's super unisex. But I think it totally embodies that feminine, you know, beautiful, happy, and positive aura. And yeah, I think this one fits this category quite well. Another super beautiful scent, one of my favorites, and I think the favorite from the brand, is Lua by Xerjoff. A delicious melon scent, melon with some citrus, and it's kind of smooth but at the same time also quite refreshing and clean. Very clean smelling, melony, you know, citrusy. I really like it. Have received compliments. I think it's super feminine, but without being your very girly rosy scent, you know. This one is more of a fruity scent, and I love that because it's very creamy, it's kind of soapy, and you feel very put together, like very elegant as well. Absolutely adore this one. Definitely a hidden gem from the brand. I don't hear many people talking about this one. And this is also one of those that you smell incredible when you wear it, but people wouldn't think that you're trying too hard, you know. That's one of those scents that, you know, it's just incredible, but you're not trying, because you don't need to try, guys. You're already incredible, and everything you do is incredible, and you know that, and people notice that. That is this scent. Another super transparent, happy scent. I absolutely love this one, especially for summer. Lucky by Christian Dior. Lily of the Valley is the star in here, and I love that refreshing aspect from that note, guys. I love scents with Lily of the Valley. And you have a very just refreshing and very happy, good vibe energy around you when you wear this one. I feel just very happy, like in a very good mood. This is like a very light and bright scent, very transparent, and I really get like Lily of the Valley for sure. A very, very clean vibe to it. Absolutely adore this one. have already made a big dent on it, and it's one of my favorites when I want to feel just very happy indeed in the summertime. Super refreshing at the same time, and I just love Lily of the Valley, and it's very feminine, very put together, and very elegant without trying again. This is one of those scents too. And last but not least, guys, my signature scent, and I think this one fits this category super well as well, and this is Tilia by Marc-Antoine Barrois. I love the energy I feel I have when I wear this one. I have already told you that in my last video, my current obsession video, because here you really smell like sunshine, like a warm hug from a mom. Very loving, very, very, very bright and positive, and just all the good feelings. This one totally radiates that, but at the same time, you have that vibe that you just know who you are. You have like an idea of yourself, that you're happy to be yourself. That's what this fragrance kind of screams to me. You love being yourself. You only do things that feel right to you. You only meet people that feel right to you. You're very careful to protect your energy, okay? That kind of vibe is this one. Very easy to be around with because you're like flexible. You really enjoy the moment. You make the most out of that moment. But again, you choose the people who can, you know, enjoy that energy. So you're kind of hard to get at the same time, you know, easy to be around, but hard to get. And you will always choose wisely who can like have that energy from you, which is a very sacred thing to you, okay? I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know what you thought of this, you know, theory, the black cat energy theory, and also the white cat energy theory. Let me know your thoughts on that in general if you want. And also what you think about the perfumes I chose. Which perfume do you think would fit in this category? Let me know about that, guys. I love hearing about you. It was super fun to do this video, guys. And as I already said, if you want to watch my video on the black cat energy perfumes, I will link it down below so you can have all those choices as well. Let me know if you identify more with the black cat or with the white cat. In the best case, you kind of embody both depending on the situation, and never forget that you totally have both feminine energy sides in you, okay? So the light feminine, but also the dark feminine. And ideally, you can have that mix of both depending on the situation and the occasion, guys. I do think that I'm more like a white cat, but yeah, let me know, guys, about you, and see you in my next video. Bye!